I was certainly surprised that Tesla did as well as it did. Tesla has made some real contributions to civilization. Elon Musk has done some good things that other people couldn't do. We haven't had a successful new auto company in a long, long time. What Tesla has done in the car business is a minor miracle.
In this video, investing legend and OG savage Charlie Munger praises Elon Musk and Tesla. A new research note from Morgan Stanley points out the insane buying opportunity that Tesla stock currently represents due to the unrelated and irrelevant Twitter noise. And Elon Musk trolls the world. Somebody say Ligma Johnson? Just wondering if you guys could help me out for a sec. I'm doing some math homework. The first question is, what number comes after 1? Is it 2? Oh, it is? Okay, cool. And the second question is, what number comes after 2? Oh, it's 3? Okay, great. 3. Oh, 3. Why does that ring a bell? Oh, 3 is also the number of exclusive videos I posted on Patreon today before posting this to YouTube. If you're not a member, you really are missing out. And that's an understatement. The price hike for entry-level Patreon membership is happening on the 20th of November. So hurry the up and join now, or wait a while. Pay more and I'll take your money then too. You can join Patreon with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment. Don't delay. First, a super serious, highly important tweet from Elon Musk, who never makes jokes and certainly is not a troll. Welcoming back Ligma and Johnson. And look, there's a photograph. The two unfortunate fired Twitter employees who the media... I just can't believe how fucking dumb they are. Let's not go there. I covered this already. Anyway, they're back. Ligma and Johnson. Clearly Elon Musk having a lot of fun with these guys. Posing at Twitter headquarters in front of the gigantic bird. Two guys that trolled the morons in the fake news, so desperate to confirm their narrative, their pre-written stories. They were just waiting desperately. And these guys pulled a 200 IQ prank on the morons, giving statements, quite obviously pretending to be fired Twitter employees. I mean, strategically placed AirPods hanging over the box flap weren't enough to give it away. You'd put them in the box like, hello, the get up. And shout out to the Patagonia vest. And then, of course, the name, Ligma Johnson. Every 12-year-old on planet Earth knew the joke, but none of the dolts in the mainstream media did. And this was the irony and the hilarity. Elon having a lot of fun with this, welcoming back the fake fired employees who tricked the morons in the fake news, and hilariously following up. Important to admit when I'm wrong, and firing them was truly one of my biggest mistakes. Elon poking the bear. I love a good troll. Elon's expression says it all. Remember the captions, the comments, the tweets from the hate stream media describing the fired employees, Rahul Ligma in particular? They look visibly shaken. Well, I tell you what, looks like they visibly own the whole media in this picture. So it's time to talk about this. Tesla stock, well, actually a chart of the Tesla stock price. I guess you can't actually look at Tesla stock directly. This is the best we've got. So, context. Last 6 months, down about 20%. Year to date, down over 50%. I just want to say that one more time. Tesla stock, year to date, is currently mid-November 2022 as I record this. And Tesla stock, year to date, down over 50%. If you say so. Over the last 1 year, down about 45%. And over the last 5 years, up over 800%. I just want to drill down to the last 1 year. Despite the execution, furthering their lead, insane wait times, industry-leading margins, best technology bar none in the EV space, I could just keep going on for hours. Despite total domination, this is a f***ing one-horse race all the way. Despite all of that, war in Ukraine, Elon's Twitter acquisition, Elon's Twitter stock sales, macroeconomic fears, interest rates rising, recession fears. What else did I miss? I don't know. The point is a bunch of shit that had nothing to do with Tesla stock, and this is the result. Morgan Stanley have a few thoughts on this. They have a new research note called Tesla stock may in fact be the best risk-adjusted opportunity in the stock market that we're aware of, in our opinion. Okay, I made that up a little bit, but same message. Let's read their note. Can sentiment tail risk create a buying opportunity? Price target, $330 per share. Where are we at today? Less than $200, implying more than 50% upside in the next 12 months. And I think this is pretty bearish, to be honest. Elon Musk's ownership of Twitter could affect some consumers' sentiment regarding Tesla. This is true. But when we're talking about some consumers, we're talking about an extremely small number in percentage and absolute terms. Every one of them, of course, desperate, so desperate in fact, to signal their virtue that they're a good person. And because hating Elon Musk proves you're a good person, because Elon Musk hate is the current thing, and if you don't hate Elon Musk, you're a bad person. Those who know they bring nothing to the table whatsoever and want people to think they're a good person, not based on any of their actions, but based on them supporting or hating the current thing. It is true. Some of these consumers will flat out refuse to buy a Tesla product, ever. Because big bad Elon Musk owns the company. But the truth is, these people don't matter. And I mean that in more ways than one. In the context of Tesla, whatever. A few loud, angry, self-hating, virtue-signaling morons not buying a Tesla product because they don't like Elon, because Elon's bad, it's not going to make a fucking difference. Tesla still has insane wait times. They'll still sell every product they make. And most of these pathetic losers probably couldn't afford to buy a Tesla in the first place. I'm not suggesting if you can't afford a Tesla, you're a loser, but I am suggesting if you're a loser and you hate yourself, odds are you probably don't have enough financial resources to afford a Tesla in the first place, because usually self-hatred tends to cause people to underperform in life, or the underperformance causes a self-hatred. It's like a feedback loop or a flywheel. The point is, I don't really think this is going to cost Tesla too many customers, and even if it does, they're irrelevant. So let's continue to read on. With that important caveat out of the way, any resulting weakness in Tesla shares could create an opportunity for investors. Spot on, Morgan Stanley. Tesla shares are currently in the throes of bearish sentiment momentum. Now, this is absolutely true. Again, remember the Tesla stock price chart we looked over the last 1 year. None of that has anything to do with Tesla and everything to do with sentiment. Investors appear increasingly concerned over the potential for effects on consumer sentiment that could impact Tesla's business near term. Controversy creates uncertainty. In our opinion, one of the main drivers of Tesla's shares to TerraCap, aka a $1 trillion valuation, status in recent years was the ability for investors to confidently model the economic outlook for the company's core EV and energy storage business, supported by a favourable economic backdrop. In recent weeks, this confidence has been tested and we believe will continue to be tested through year end. While it is not possible to quantify any potential impact on Tesla shares, we note that the risk is clearly on top of mind from our discussions across a range of investors. In what ways could sentiment on this topic materialise to Tesla? Consumer sentiment and demand. There could be some virtue signaling customers that may not wish to be associated with controversy. I agree. Again, they don't matter in multiple ways. Harsh? Yes. Accurate? Also yes. Commercial partnerships. While Tesla is a highly vertically integrated company, it remains reliant on a host of commercial partners, both upstream and downstream, that may not want to be associated with certain levels of controversy. That's right. They're trying to suck off the ESG people and get a good score. Whatever, they'll do what it takes. Outside of that, attempting to signal virtue, I don't think this is going to be much of an issue, to be honest. Government relationships and support. Oh, the irony. US company getting no support from their government, yet head over to China, they roll out the fucking red carpet. Tesla's industrialization of renewable ecosystem and onshore battery development requires close cooperation with sovereign entities, particularly in the US and China. Investor sentiment and capital markets participation. While Tesla is largely self-funding today and indefinitely, to achieve the growth implied in its current $600 billion market capitalization will require continued strong relationship with the investment community. Not sure which parts of the investment community Morgan Stanley are referring to here. They're not going to need to raise capital again unless there's an unforeseen project that even I can't imagine. And yes, I'm aware they may build their own robotaxi and bot fleet, and they're still not going to raise capital in that situation, in my opinion. I've done the modeling. I mean, it's in my Tesla valuation model, available exclusively to Patreon, to supporters at the investor level and above. Click the card in the corner. They ain't going to need to raise capital again. I mean, Tesla's going to be stacking tens of billions of dollars every year in no time at all, then hundreds of billions of dollars. And yeah, if we go far enough into the future, ultimately trillions of dollars a year. So in my opinion, it doesn't really fucking matter what any investors think, whether we're talking about investment banks, retail investors, or people who aren't investors who think they are the kind of people you hear on CNBC reading stock charts. Sentiment from investors may impact Tesla's stock price, but it's not going to impact Tesla's execution, so it's irrelevant. Now, this is the fun part. We see a window of opportunity opening for prospective Tesla investors. Indeed, as I've said previously, at some point Tesla goes low enough that people who hated the stock at 400 and 300 think, hang on a minute, what? It's under 200? What? That doesn't make sense. I changed my mind on buying Tesla stock, which by the way has absolutely nothing to do with the very bullish comments made by Charlie Munger, which we'll see later in this video. Potential Tesla sentiment concerns and decelerating even... You idiots talking about? God damn it, dude. Some weird thing that happens when you put a bunch of really intelligent Poindexters in the same room. They come up with some seriously dumb shit. Decelerating EV demand, particularly in China. The planet are you idiots on? Morgan Stanley, I'm talking to you guys. How high are you guys? What the are you talking about? This is almost as dumb as their, 2018 $10 bear case price target of Tesla stock split adjusted. I think that's like 67 cents per share. In no version of this simulation was that ever going to happen. Even in the worst case scenario, Tesla had far higher... let's not go there. Point is, Morgan Stanley, they do make some good points. They have some interesting research, but they also sometimes say some extremely dumb shit like this. Can somebody please explain the they're talking about? Decelerating EV demand, particularly in China. You mean the world's largest and fastest growing vehicle and EV market, highest EV adoption rates of any major market in the world. Chinese government forcing companies to move to EV. Look, I don't know what planet they're on. I just don't. Could see Tesla test our $150 bear case before year end. I don't know what that noise was. Approximately the price Tesla traded when it was added to the S&P 500 index. Our team in China has commented on the recent significant price cuts in that market. We would prepare for price cuts to follow in Europe as Giga Berlin begins to surpass production of 5,000 units a week. I mean, no shit, Sherlock. Let me just spoil the next decade. Tesla will cut prices at every opportunity they can as they scale up production and drive down their costs, but only do so when they have enough supply that they don't fuck customers in the face without consent, causing insane wait times with the price cuts. This is a delicate balancing act. If the vehicles are too cheap, too many people will buy them, too many people will order them, and the wait times will become multiple years, which is not reasonable. It's a terrible customer experience. This is a balancing act. So yes, price cuts to be expected on every continent, US, Europe, and China. Every opportunity Tesla gets. So yes, they're coming. At the same time, I believe Tesla will maintain approximately 30% gross automotive margins or higher. And yes, there'll be temporary exceptions, but I think this is roughly where they'll aim. They can continue to drive their costs down a lot further than they currently have. It's still very early days, and they still have yet to reach enormous scale. And we would expect US price cuts to be initiated sometime in the first half of next year. At our $150 bear case price, Tesla share... Oh, fuck, dude, I can't do this. Tesla shares would trade at a God damn it. I'm trying here, guys. I just can't. A 12.5 EV EBITDA and 23 times PE on our 2025 forecast stock-based compensation burden, which we see as excellent value. I mean, talk about the understatement of the fucking century. A 23 times PE. Which we see as excellent value for a self-funded 20 to 30% top-line grower. Probably closer to 50%, but hey, I'll give them a pass on that. At least they're halfway there. Top-line grower in top position to benefit from re-architecting the US onshore, nearshore, friendshore renewable supply chain at scale. Yeah, see, this is the thing. Tesla stock today already is quote-unquote cheaper than many of the big tech growth stocks that people so dearly love. I'm going to keep saying it until it's no longer relevant, but holy shit, dude. I've been saying it because I mean it. In my opinion, without question, as far as I'm aware, Tesla is the best risk-adjusted opportunity currently in the stock market. And remember, there's plenty of other stocks that will outperform Tesla over the short, medium, and long term. I just don't know about them. I wish I did. Now it's time to hear from investing legend and absolute savage, Charlie Munger. Now, for the few people who don't know who Charlie is, best known as Warren Buffett's right-hand man. Before we get into these comments, I've got to say, Charlie Munger is a serious anomaly in more ways than one. He's got a great investing track record and a big brain. He's an OG savage. I mean, some of the shit this guy said in the past puts me to shame. But in addition to that, this overweight 98-year-old man still is sharp as a fucking nail. It's amazing. I mean, seriously, this guy's 98. He's obese, and his brain's still working incredibly well. I don't know what's going on. I seriously just... And again, he's an anomaly in more ways than one.
I also got the chance to ask Mr. Munger about Elon Musk. Over the weekend, there was a Twitter account that tweets out quotes supposedly from Elon Musk. This one said, "I was at a lunch with Munger in 2009 where he told the whole table all the ways Tesla would fail. Made me quite sad, but I told him I agreed with all those reasons and that we would probably die, but it was worth trying anyway." Now, Elon Musk himself replied back to that and said, true, that did happen. I asked Charlie Munger about it. He doesn't recall that lunch. It was a long time ago, 2009, probably made a bigger impression on Elon Musk than it did on Charlie Munger. However, when you talk to him about it, he doesn't remember giving the diagnosis. He still had some kind things to say about Elon Musk.
I was certainly surprised that Tesla did as well as it did, but I do not equate Tesla with Bitcoin. Tesla has made some real contributions to civilization. Elon Musk has done some good things that other people couldn't do.
This is some seriously high praise. Tesla has made some contributions to civilization, and of course, pointing out the obvious, Elon Musk has done things that other people couldn't do. Again, no shit, Sherlock, but this is very high praise coming from Charlie Munger. And to be clear, Charlie is not commenting about Tesla stock at all. He's talking about Tesla the company and Elon Musk the man. There's a lot of discussion now starting to swirl some rumors. Berkshire Hathaway invest in Tesla? Have they already bought a stake? Are they thinking about buying a stake? I doubt it. I mean, it is possible. If I were to assign a probability, maybe a 0.0004269% chance, Tesla just doesn't tick the value investing boxes. Much better to wait until it's a $10 trillion company growing at a much slower rate and then buy some stock. Shout out to Apple.
In fact, about Musk's work at Tesla, Munger was very complimentary.
We haven't had a successful new auto company in a long, long time. What Tesla has done in the car business is a minor miracle.
Minor miracle? Jeez, I'll tell you what. Big words. And he's right. And while we're on the topic of miracles, Tesla stock at $194 per share in mid-November 2022. Thanks very much. Am I the only one that's been buying Tesla stock at these levels? Let me know in the comments below. And some huge news. I saved the best till last. It's official. Sandy Munro is now on Twitter. I'm not kidding. He's over at Teardown Titan. Go follow him. I'm sure it'll be worth it.
Hey everybody, this is a big day. Being as Elon has bought Twitter, I decided to join. I hope you'll follow me on the things that I have to say, but I'm really getting excited about this. I don't know how I'm going to keep up with this. This is like, I'm going to apologize right now for not getting back to everybody. Holy moly, look at this. This is like staggering. I should have done this a while ago. I could have got a blue check mark or at least a blue bird here.
And don't forget to join Patreon before the 20th of November so you can lock in today's pricing, or if you're feeling really generous, wait a little bit longer, pay even more. I'll be happy to take your money in either case. And remember, 3 exclusive videos were posted to Patreon today before this video was posted to YouTube. If you're not on Patreon, you really are missing out. There's now over 220 exclusive videos and counting fast. You can join with the card in the corner or the link in the pinned comment. And lastly, a massive thank you to everybody who is a member on Patreon. Now over 9,000 members and well and truly into the global top 100 accounts. Still blowing my fucking mind. So, see you over on Patreon. Love ya.